What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do pretty much a full explanation of how the market on Forza works, from why people post cars, kind of, to how the prices and the market actually fluctuates, and how the prices for cars that you guys get go up and go down, and what is the reason for those things happening, right? And then how like new cars can make you money, and how investments can make you money, and stuff like that. So I'm basically going to run through all these important questions you guys have been asking me nonstop on stream and in the YouTube comments, just so I can basically link this video to you guys when you ask those questions. A question that I get most often is why or when is the price gonna go up for X car? I get this constantly. You guys are seeming to not understand the concept of investing, so I really want to explain it to you so that I can give you this video and lay it out for you in a simple and easy to understand manner, right? First, though, we're gonna talk about why people post cars real quick and the different reasons they have. And even though it doesn't really matter, in my opinion, because it doesn't really matter why cars are going up. It just matters that you can snipe them for a cheap price, right? Another question people have been asking is, what time should I snipe? What's the best time to snipe? Like what time of day works? Pretty much any time of day works. It's just whether or not somebody else gets on and posts that car at that time for that price, right? It's all luck. It's timing, right? So sniping whenever you have time is the right time to snipe. There's no magical time. Sometimes they're better than others. Sometimes aren't. So like early in the day is really good for whatever reason. Central time for me, which I think is like, you know, nighttime in Europe or something like that, or like at least a little after midday in Europe, a little after lunchtime. And then like lunchtime for me, which is more like dinner time and nighttime in Europe. And then nighttime for me all the way up until 2 or 3 in the morning, which I'm Central time, by the way. And then it starts to get kind of, you know, not that good. But timing is kind of irrelevant. Just the same as having a better console or a better computer or whatever. Like, but everybody's like, oh, your loading times, your loading times. It's all luck and timing, and yes, those things can help, but putting real money into a computer or a better console or something like that is not worth sniping cars in here when it's completely doable without that. And you can do like you can bid on cars, and you can just, you know, use cars that aren't as popular and filters that aren't as popular and still make a ridiculous amount of money. I have people on old gen consoles making a lot of money all the time with no issues, so don't even think about it like that. Let's jump into the next thing, which is why people post cars. I don't know why this matters, but you guys want to know, why are people posting these cars? In my head, I see it as like one of 2 or 3 reasons. They either are posting it for a friend, which if you snipe it from them while they're posting it for a friend, you might get a message, you might get a party invite. Just ignore it. They're just going to try to guilt trip you back into it. And odds are, this is what you got to think about. Odds are, if you post that car back up for them, right, they're probably not going to get it. If you sniped it in the first place and you got it from them in the first place, what are the odds that they end up getting that car the next time around? Probably pretty slim. I doubt they're going to get the car the second time if they didn't get it the first time and you were the one who sniped it. Somebody else is just going to snipe it from you, and it's a big waste of time. Don't even try it. Don't even worry about it. Another reason is people are just posting up the cars because they have too many or too much money, or they're trying to be nice and they're trying to post them for people like you to get them. I've seen guys post like 20 cars that are worth 20 million for 100 grand for no reason, just because I messaged them, oh, why'd you do that? And they said, I just had a lot. I had a lot of money. It doesn't really matter. Give the cars out to the people in the community. Who cares? Like, people do that all the time, like way more than you think. That is a much more prevalent reason than you would imagine. Like, people do that all the time. A third reason is people don't know what their cars are worth. So like, you'll see a lot of people do this with new cars. You're like, why are Jescos going up? Why are Shelby GT500s going up? Why are the Corvette CAs going up? Why are so many going up for so cheap, 100K to 500K, under $1 million? Why are people doing that? People are doing that because they don't know that the value is going to go up. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening to me talk, because I'm telling you the value is going to go up. The Shelby GT500, if I am correct, is already, I told you guys it's going to go to 8 to 12 million minimum, 15 to 20 on the high end, right? Now, a lot of you guys are like, when's it going to go up? When's it going to go up? Nagging me like crazy, as you guys usually do when I make these videos, because you guys don't understand the concept how this works. It's already at 9.8 million. So if you guys got 50 GT500s, 50 GT500s, right? And you paid under $1 million for those. You spent at the high end 50 million. Now they're up to 10 million. If you sold all 50, you made 500 million. You now have half the max money in the entire game for a 50 million investment, assuming you paid the max of 1 million for that. Half max money. You could buy any car in the game several times, even $20 million cars. That's what an investment is. That's how this works. That's where the money comes. It's already up to 9.8 million. So I didn't lie to you. You guys are asking, when's it going to go up? When's it going to go up? People are asking when the price is going to go up when the car is still in the festival. If the car's still free, it's not going to go up in value. If the car is still obtainable through the festival, it's still a free car, why would the price go up on the auction house? You know what I mean? When the car exits the festival, it starts to go up on average about a day at a time, about $1 million. And now I'm going to explain to you why that happens. My theory, this is a theory, right? By the way, this is not 100% how it works. I'm just 95% sure that this is how it works. There is a threshold. This is what I think. There's a threshold for every car, and specifically new cars, right? And for that threshold, there needs to be a certain amount of cars sold at the max buyout, or a certain amount of cars that were not sold after being posted for the max buyout. If a lot of cars, pretty much all the cars, are getting posted for 15 million and none of them are selling for 15 million, or maybe a few are selling for 15 million, it drops the price to 14 million or 13 million or 12 million or 10 million. I don't know what the exact number is, but it's basically like a percentage of the value that it goes down. And if the cars don't sell at that value, the price drops. If the cars don't sell at that value, the price drops. We saw this with the Cyclone and the Typhoon. They were at 15 million. They weren't selling at all, dropped down to 12. They weren't selling at all still, dropped down to 10. Weren't selling it all still, dropped down to 8. Weren't selling it all still, dropped all the way down to 1 or 2 million. The reason that happened is because the Cyclone and the Typhoon were both in the festival playlist coming up, as I showed you guys in the Series 32 update. Meaning, if you guys watched my Series 32 update video, I told you that the price of those were going to go down. So if you had a lot and you watched that video, you would have known to sell them right now for an undercut price in order to make money before the value drops completely. The same concept on the stock market as selling before you know there's about to be a plummet of sorts. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's basically how the price going down works. But the way the price going up works, for example, is the same threshold and the same amount of money like the max buyout, but the reverse way. So for the Shelby GT500, the Jesco, the Corvette C8, all those new cars and stuff like that, the way the price goes up is when, per se, like, this is an example. This is not the exact number or anything like that. There's no way of anybody knowing that, let alone myself, unless you work for them, obviously. But the way the price goes up, say this, like I said, this is an example. If there was if the threshold's 1,000 Shelby GT500 selling, and the max buyout's 500,000, and the car's out of the festival playlist because it's free in the festival playlist, why would the price go up if it's free? Remember? Say the car is out of the festival playlist and the max buyout is 500,000, and the threshold for the price to raise is 1,000. If 1,000 Shelby GT500 sell at the max buyout of 500,000 without the auction expiring or going out and the car not selling at that price, the threshold's hit, the price goes up. 1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million, whatever the percentages of increase for hitting that threshold. Now say the threshold gets hit again the next day. Now it goes up to 2 or 3 million. The threshold gets hit again. It goes up to, 4 or 5 million, whatever, right? It gets hit again and again and again and again and again. The car gets up to 15 million. Now all of a sudden the threshold doesn't get hit because people are not wanting to pay 15 million for that car. The price either stops because half are getting bought and half are not getting bought. So it stops right there. Like the Jesco. Half the Jescos are still getting bought for 19 million. Half the Jescos are not getting bought for 19, 20 million. So it stays at 20 million or whatever the price is. It stays there because half and half, or it's right between the two thresholds. It hasn't hit the threshold to go down. It hasn't hit the threshold to go up. So it stays at that price. And that's where prices level out. The Cyclone and the Typhoon were selling for 15 million for ages and selling for 20 million for ages. So that's why they stayed there until they weren't, because they were coming to the playlist. Then they dropped. And then vice versa, the GT500 and the Jesco and stuff like that, they're selling and selling and selling and selling. So they're going up and up and up and up and up. And then they plateau somewhere where people don't want to pay that price anymore. And that's how the formula works. And that's how those thresholds work. And that's how the market functions. You guys have been asking a lot, like, why are these prices not going up? When are these prices going up? This is when the price goes up. The price goes up for whenever people are buying them, when they're out of the playlist and they're not free. Because why would people buy the car other than to invest, which is us, if the car is free? But basically, that's how the market functions, and that's how this all works. I know you guys have been asking a lot, like, when are these prices going to go up? When or how did the prices work? Why do people post these cars? I wanted to give you an update on how the market works and how the pricing on the game functions, so you guys can fully understand when and how to make money. And this is how the price goes up. This is how the price goes down. And now, whenever you guys ask in the comments or in Twitch how this works, I'm specifically going to send you this video, and you need to watch it through to this point so that you understand how this stuff works. I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel and helps blow up the videos. Go check out my other videos and like and comment. It helps out a lot. Go check out my TikTok if you haven't. Go check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/Pikckyy. Appreciate all your guys' support, and I will be going on vacation next week, but I do have a lot of videos lined up for you guys that will be uploading. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.